Jeffrey Morgan, All Stars Personal Training, about to give you a quick rundown on the squat. You can see obviously in squat rack here, I'm going to use the barbell today. Pretty much no weights on it, just about the form and technique. Everyone loves legs, so let's get it done. First thing I want you to do, focus on, is trying to always line up where you go through the center of the bar. What I mean by that is once you line up with the bar, I want you to actually get your head straight on, rest the bar up on your traps, the media part of your back, rather than rest it up against your spine and end up rubbing it, and nice friction there will cause a nice sore neck or a nice sore back the next day. So once we start up, where you put your arms is totally up to you. I'm not fast, you shouldn't be too fast as well. Most important thing when you put your arms up, just a nice sturdy grip on that bar so it doesn't slip off. When you line up center of the bar, your feet are going to be shoulder width apart, and they're both going to be facing absolute forward, thinking about being on railway tracks when you do that. So I'll give you a quick demonstration of what you should be doing when you do the squat. So we line up, as I said, pretty much head goes through the center of that bar, trap sits on that bar, we press out, we step back from that point, both feet facing absolute forward, eyes go up towards the ceiling, we're dropping down and coming back out. When we drop down, try and get down to about 90 degrees knee joint, hip joint, drive back up, get a good butt squeeze at that top point, place that bar back underneath. Something I didn't mention, and I should have probably mentioned on there, is when you line up on the bar, I want you to focus on having your back underneath that bar that whole time, rather than trying to pick it up from an angle where you're like this, picking it up, or trying to stretch back and pick it up. So the bar should pretty much sit on top of yourself, so you've got a nice straight spine to pick that weight up. The other thing I want you to focus on, if I had the bar on the back of my shoulders and I actually dip down like this, I'm going to put massive pressure on my lower back. So you can imagine if I start to increase the weight, and we've learnt that habit, over a period of time you start to really put too much pressure through that lower back. The other thing is really try and focus on not tilting over and arching over as we squat. So we're not tilting forward, it's more that rounding out of the back and squeezing up, or letting your knees travel too far forward as well by coming right up and lifting your heels up off the ground. And they're your do's and don'ts of the squat.